Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Around the World in 30 Days, a wonderful travel-inspired or staycation-inspired series that a bunch of us are doing, where we're getting our travel photos scrapped and telling those stories. And today I'm also doing this month's challenge at Dotty About Flair, which is called Focus, and it's all about cameras and photography and so forth. And I am actually kind of scrap lifting my good friend Gwen Towell, who is responsible for kind of provisioning me with lots of purple goodies. It's not her favorite color to scrap with, so she sends things to me, and she brought me a whole slew of beautiful things at the Dotty About Flair crop. And she also, I remarked on this wonderful stuff called Magic Mesh when she used it in one of her layouts. And darned if she didn't find some in her stash and bring me some. So it's very precious to me. I want to use a little bit of it on this page, but I haven't quite figured out how much or what shape it's going to be in. My photos are of John and Katie and Ava on Pensacola Beach at night when we were there. I guess it was in December of maybe 2014 or so. And I was following behind them, and I managed to get, using a special setting on my I was using my DSLR camera then, not my iPhone. And I took one from kind of far away, and then one of just John and Ava, and one of all three of them, and they had a flashlight shining on the beach. And I have filtered these with my Prisma app, and that's where we're getting kind of the pink and green colors. And I think they're just amazing photographs of a very special time. And I printed them kind of in a row and surrounded them with a rectangle on my word processor. And right now, I'm going to doodle in some sprocket holes to make it look like a film strip. Not trying to be perfect. In fact, I don't want them to be perfect because I want I want the doodling points at the Mind the Scrap Summer Challenge, and I want to be sure that the scorekeeper sees that these were not printed. These were doodled by a very someone who was in a hurry. And I started to do the holes just there and then kind of stop it, but it looked funny on my word processor, so I decided to make the sprocket holes go all the way around. And I'm going to do a Vicky Boutin trick with the photo. I have put the adhesive just kind of right in the middle there, and I'm going to kind of twist and curve the paper so that it looks like it just dropped there on the page. It just fell there. Okay, so that's my that's my doodling. And I have taken another sheet of this paper, and I'm not crazy about the reverse side of it, so I didn't think I would use it. So I went ahead and cut a big old hole out of it, and I fussy cut these flowers. I fussy cut them whole, knowing that I'm going to separate them, but I wasn't quite sure where exactly I'm going to put them. and how much I want. Like, for instance, am I just going to cut this yellow flower with these big leaves and leave off these? Or am I going to cut it, you know, whatever I cut, there will be something kind of hidden behind the photo or an embellishment. So I'm going to do this because the placement of this photo strip is going to really determine largely where everything else goes. I've got little metal bits. I have a couple containers with all kinds of metal things, and since metal is one of the, I'm not distressing the edges, just kind of doing this, and I want to put it at a very casual angle, like I just dropped it, and I think it's going to be somewhere there. And it gets less casual once the sticky stuff sticks, because it's kind of there. I'd say that's okay, right there. Okay, now for the metal part, I kind of wanted, and the other thing I want this to look like is that, you know how in back in the old days, or anyone with a dark room, there's the photos that are drying are clipped onto like a clothesline. I kind of want that look with this clip. So that's my metal for the Mind the Scrap. It's a travel photo, so that fits the around the world part. And I'm going to use a large Bramble Fox title from their Sea Life collection, which is a collection of different sets that have kind of an ocean theme. And there are all kinds of things. There are titles, and then there are little sea creatures and sailboats and lighthouses and all kinds of fun stuff. But and I didn't peel the title. I tried the title before peeling, and once I peel it, because it's kind of see-through, I may have to place it so that it's entirely on the white, because it can kind of get distracting and make it a little hard to read if it isn't, especially since this blue is so similar. And I apologize for not peeling this ahead of time. I kind of shortcutted some stuff because I'm trying to get to the pool this morning for my exercise before the storms start. Okay, so there should be, that should work. In fact, even that might work, but this works right there. So let me get that on and get it started drying. And of course I have to punch through the buildup there. And you also have to kind of be careful with these see-through ones that you don't see through to a mess of glue. So I'm going to kind of make it tacky and hope that when it dries clear that you really can't see it through there. I've used these before, and I've had good success with having everything look really nice. Okay, so now I have this little strip. This is from Vicki Bouton's Let's Wander collection, and it's just got the perfect colors on it. This was in my, I have a little box of all kinds of cameras that I've cut out from different places, including the one I'm going to use, which is this Amy Tangerine. It was a whole paper vellum sheet, 12 by 12 sheet, with nothing but cameras on it. So I fussy cut every one of them out, and I'm getting really low on my supply there. Okay, so I'm going to put that down here, kind of at an angle, so it looks like another film strip underneath this one. And I'm going to, because they were looking for when the sea turtles, this whole area that we go to, and this particular beach is at the Margaritaville Beach Hotel. It's very sea turtle preserve conscious. There's a lot of effort, and there are all kinds of instructions on what to do and what not to do if you want to go see the turtles. So they were following the instructions there and using a lower beam kind of flashlight, which is why the photo looks so cool, I think. And I'm going to put this guy right there, kind of under that fold, but don't want to maybe that far under, because when I put it in the page protector, I don't want his little head to be covered up. So I'll do it like that. There we go. Okay, and I have, let's see, my cluster up here, I want to build around this. I'm going to cut the pink flower out, I believe, and let that be up here. And then the yellow one might end up kind of over here, or I don't know where. I've not, on another page maybe. Who knows? So let me kind of cut that out. I'm going the wrong way there. And again, I apologize that you're watching me fussy cut. Anyway, this particular time that we were there was a lot of emphasis. They have wonderful events at the hotel, like a sea turtle baby shower when all the eggs have hatched and you can see all the babies on the beach. And we've been there at that time, but haven't been to the festivities. We have seen the babies, but we weren't there for the big party that they had. And I definitely would like to go back sometime when that's on the agenda. And what's funny is this was December. We always made a trip. Well, you know, I could even do this here, overlapping the photo. I'd lose some of that. We'll hold it in reserve and we'll see what we think we need. I want to put this camera right there. But maybe I want to put it on top of a piece of mesh. Maybe I'll have just a small, let me cut just this little bit off of it. And I'm going to cut 2 smaller bits out of that. And I might run that right there. And it is self-adhesive, which is incredibly wonderful. I might do that somewhere over elsewhere, or again, maybe save it for another page. And I'm gonna put that right there. And then I thought I might overlay it with a seahorse. Actually, I kind of, well, no, I think what I want is, since we're going with pink here, I'm going to do this perspective, which is a cute little pink seashell. And I put the glue in the middle of the vellum here so that the vellum would curl. And it's definitely doing that. And do I want the seashell maybe over here, kind of behind that guy? Or here? I think I like it there, and I can maybe even do, no. I want this Don't Stop Exploring, which is from a paper snip. Maybe it could be clipped. That's kind of cute. I like that. Let me just commit and put this guy down. Maybe here. That covers the yellow part of the flower, and I've kind of messed that up. I'm going to go back over here. Don't really want to cover up that, and don't want to cover up the shell with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an executive decision to pull the camera off right now and put the seashell on the netting, which makes more sense to me from a storytelling perspective. And I'm going to do the camera over here. And I'll let that vellum curl. I like that better. Okay, now, again, do I want this yellow flower anywhere? I'm thinking maybe this might go on my next page. So I'm going to put it off to the side. And I'm not going to use any more mesh. But what I do want to add to the embellishing here, I'd like something right here, and maybe let me fussy cut this lighthouse. There's no lighthouse around here. But they are shining a light, so it kind of makes sense. And it's definitely a seaside kind of icon. This set of paper snips is also from that Sea Life collection at Bramble Fox. And I think I will never, ever have enough of that collection. I need to reorder as soon as I'm finished paying for a new refrigerator and a new hot water heater. Okay. Let me see if I can lift that up just a tiny bit to get that there. And I'm gonna, I like it there, so I'm gonna keep it there and not try to get that. Oh, so I moved it out from under and it's got glue on it, so not a good move. There we go. And I kind of wanted it to show that it was underneath that title, so I like that. I have this little blue Flair camera, and I'm not seeing a really good place for it, and I've already got this camera and the film strips. So let me look. I've got my Flair box here, and these are kind of the cool colors. So the blues and greens, and then there's this purple. I really like these because they look like driftwood to me. So that seems like it would be nice right here, maybe with a word strip across it, something like that. It's a very neutral-ish sort of color. And then I've got this one that kind of brings out the purpley pinks that are in there. And maybe it could go up in there. It's a different pink from this, so it's not, let me look for, and this one could maybe go down here. But the pinks I'm talking about are over here. I could sneak it in under here and then put something across there. Oh, that's where my baby squirrel could go. Although that would look much better on a driftwood, wouldn't it? Let's say we use the driftwood there and this here, and I like this because it does contrast. So the baby squirrel is Ava's animal. I'm going to put this away and we'll see if we can find a blue that works, especially maybe one that I know I had one somewhere that has waves. There it is. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Those are ones that I got from the DAF crop, which was where I met my friend Gwen after being friends in the Mind the Scrap world for many years. Okay, so we could do, I still think I like this one here, and I'm gonna put this one here with the squirrel on top. Okay, so let me get a piece of foam, go back there, and then we're almost finished. I'm gonna put some sequins around here to kind of draw your attention more to the little turtle. And I'm going to do the waves this way. There. And I'm going to put a tiny little bit of foam behind the squirrel, so that he's not flat on there. And we'll do it that way. And you can hardly tell that that's waves, so maybe let me do them a little more over this way, climbing into the scene. And then I have the tiniest little wooden ladybug that is for Katie, our Katie bug. And then I have a penguin for John. I'm going to have him kind of hanging off, and you can see the sprocket holes through there. Okay, I have this little metal seahorse. So let me put him on this flare, on the driftwood flare. I like that the navy blue here ties into the navy blue of the leaves. It wouldn't bother me if it didn't, but I like that it does. Let's see. I'm gonna just, this is a charm and it's not really meant to be glued flat onto paper or anything else. So I'm just gonna kind of place it like that and hope for the best. I have, I'm gonna switch to sequins now, and I have Glacier Summit, which seems to have some of the right blues in it. And then I have this, it's a special Spiegelmom Scraps mix that was designed for Redefined Creative. And I got it a long time ago in a kit from Christina. And it has what I think are the perfect pinks. Then there's this one, which is sea glass, that I also like, but I'm gonna kind of put it aside. I'm gonna pull from this one because it has navy blues and pinks. And then I will pull from this one. So I'm gonna kind of just pump up the glitter here. I'm not going to fill all of these. Whoops. I lost my navy blue sequin, and you all probably see exactly where it went, but I don't, so I'm going to pick up another one. And there's a tiny, there's like a gold, which kind of brings in a yellow, the yellow of the flower there, which I think is nice. And I'm going to go up in here and do just a grouping of sequins up there. And that'll be the only two places. Well, no, I'm going to do some here. Okay, and I'm going to cover that up. And let's see. I'll do the pink ones around all the places. And then I may go back for some navy blue because I've lost one. This is just the prettiest pink. And it goes so well with the flower here. There are actually a couple different ones. This one is a paler pink. And I'm going to put a gold one. Whoops. I've got some glue on the photo. Don't want that. It'll look like a feature. Okay, so I need a yellow one over here. And I'll get one navy blue one to have in this cluster. And then the rest will be that lighter blue. Let's see if I can grab a navy one here. I don't even care what size. I just want it to be navy. And I've got a little bit of punchinella, I guess that's called. The stuff that comes out of the hole in the sequin is called punchinella. And I don't know why I know that, but I do. And I'm going to add, just to get these out of my box there, I'll put that's two different pinks, so that works. Now we'll do some Glacier Summit and pull in some of the bluey blues. Okay, and I gotta work fast because my glue is drying. There's even a holographic sequin in this mix that is kind of nice, and it's meant to be icy, which isn't necessarily what we're going for here, but it's pretty. And I thought I had another glue spot down here. I do not, so I'm going to put it, no I'm not, I'm going to put it up here. Oops, I'm just splashing sequins everywhere, and I have one more wet spot there and one there. So I'm going to take a variety of blues here, and there's something there. I'm going to take this little kind of slightly darker blue, but it's not quite a navy. On top of this other blue, it sort of looks navy. Let's see, I want a big light blue one right here. And do I need maybe a couple right here? And I'll just use the blue ones to kind of reinforce that. That color. Oh gosh, I need to clean that out. Okay, one more little one. Oh, come on. It's about that time that my tweezers have picked up some glue. Oh, there's my lost navy blue one right here. Let me pick it up, and I'm just gonna do a dot, maybe right there, and put this guy down. I'm not even gonna trust him to my tweezers. Okay, and I think I'm done. I have florals, I have metal in a couple places. Hearts. Do I have any hearts? I do not have any hearts. That is easily remedied. I have a whole slew of bramble fox hearts, and I think I'm gonna they're not peeled. I'll show you where I'm going to put them if I can figure that out. Maybe right here. And I've got a blue one that's perfect too. So a pink and a blue kind of right there working its way up towards the turtle. So I'll put those on off camera. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your patience as I, figured things out. Bye.